request for a deceased taxpayer. So generally, when the IRS is notified of a deceased taxpayer, they may take certain steps to try and get information relevant to that taxpayer's account. For example, if they were owed a tax refund, the IRS will want to know where that tax refund should go. Things of that nature. So what they sometimes will do is send a notice known as LP60 to the taxpayer's most recent address. This is what the LP60 notice looks like. And basically, there is a case reference number, and at the bottom of this form, there's a stub that you can detach. So when you fulfill the information request, you can mail it back to the IRS. Their request is within 30 days from the date of this written notice. You can also call the IRS to give them this information. However, the IRS official request is that you complete IRS Form 15107, which is the information request for a deceased taxpayer. So we're going to go through this one-page tax form. It's fairly straightforward. At the bottom, just out of the screen, it does have instructions to enclose a copy of the death certificate if available. So let's start at the top of the form. At the top right corner, you'll see date received by IRS. Obviously, you don't need to enter that information. We're going to enter the taxpayer information for so in that we're basically inputting information for our deceased taxpayer. For some reason, this version of the form is not letting me carry the address onto a subsequent line, so I've put everything in the top line. And then we just go step by step. There are 8 blocks that you would put in there. So let's see, taxpayer's date of birth. We'll just go through this in order. We'll just pretend that John Doe was born on January 1st, 1975, and he passed away in 2023. He lived in and that is where he died, in County, Texas. Now, line 5, if you have, if you're a surviving spouse, then you would put your information in line 5. Surviving spouse could be and then if the legal executor or the personal representative of the decedent's estate is different from the surviving spouse, you can put their information here. Or if it's the surviving spouse, you would put that information there as well. So at the risk of repeating yourself, you can do that. So we'll just say that Mr. Smith is John Doe's attorney, and his he is at now. Question 7 just asks whether or not a probate estate has been opened for the decedent, or if it has not. So if yes, then you would put in the docket court location, any county, Texas, and then whatever the docket number is. I'll just put 1. So that way, if the decedent owed back taxes, then the IRS may choose to file a claim against or a claim against the decedent's estate, meaning that before assets were distributed to beneficiaries, any debtors would have to be paid off from the assets of the decedent's estate. And so you would list out assets that were owned by the decedent on the date that he died. So let's just say 500 shares of Microsoft, Bank of America checking account, $40 Bitcoin, real estate, so this is your form. You'll be providing this information to the IRS, but the IRS just wants some sort of accounting of what was in the decedent's estate. So again, you don't necessarily have to complete this form to give the relevant information to the IRS. It might be easier in some circumstances to do this instead of waiting on hold for an extended period of time. And you're not providing any sensitive personal information here of your own nature. So either way, whether you complete the form or whether you call the IRS at the contact number provided in the LP60 notice up here, there will generally be a phone number based on who the case is assigned to. And you should be able to contact that person for assistance. That's all we have on this tax form. If you want to actually read about it or go through a line-by-line review, we've written a complete article. You can go to our website, teachmepersonalfinance.com, type in IRS Form 15107 in the search bar, and our article should appear. If you like our articles, please subscribe to our newsletter. If you like our YouTube videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, if you have any questions, please reach out in the comments section. Thank you.